My man don't live what he raps, he soon fall off, he gon' run out of substance. Cross that line, we border patrol, ops can't get through customs.
Yo, what's up guys, The Bill here, back again today with another video. Today we're going to be doing another Premier League predictions versus viewers, episode number 2. This is for game week 4 this weekend. Let's get into the video.
Who's that brown skin cutie, yo? Look her nose on fleek, yo. Slim fitting drip head to a toe if I said love you, we hold the smoke.
Last week we had Karen, Pratham and Abrup on the channel, and they gave their predictions for the Premier League weekend. Overall, we didn't do all too well, as almost every away team won except Liverpool, and most of us predicted the home teams to win last week as well. So I'm going to insert a leadership table here, and we're going to see who's top and how many points they've got. Yeah, as you can see, Abrup first, Pratham second, me third and Karen fourth. Abrup was a surprise contestant here because he got 10 points out of 30, and he isn't known too well for doing good in predictions. Pratham with 5 points out of a maximum 30, me poor 3, and Karen with 1 point. Sorry. Now this episode we have 3 new contestants: Mohit, Jaimal, and Nemr.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold.
Okay, now we'll get into the predictions and my thoughts on these games. Right, 12:30 kickoff, Southampton versus Manchester United. Southampton beat Brighton 2-0 on the weekend, whilst Man United suffered a 2-1 loss at home to Crystal Palace after a poor performance and another missed penalty, this time by Rashford. In my opinion, United, they didn't create too many chances, and they were poor going forward, and as well defensively, and De Gea once again making a mistake. As for Southampton, they went behind from a header by Dunk, but it was cancelled out by VAR. So they were lucky not to concede, and they managed to keep a clean sheet as well. Southampton opened the scoring with their new signing Gineppo, whilst Nathan Redmond killed the game off in the 80th minute of the match. So overall, I think I'm going to go with a close call. I'm going to say United win despite Martial being injured. That means Daniel James will have a chance of starting a game, whilst also 17-year-old Mason Greenwood might also make his senior debut. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Manchester United. I won't be surprised if they don't win, but I feel like with Southampton's defence, they won't be as good as United's, especially United have Wan-Bissaka and Maguire, 2 of their new signings this season. So yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 to Manchester United. Let's take a look at what the contestants think the score will be for this game. Right, next game is Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. Crystal Palace, as I said already, they've beaten United away last week with a 2-1 win, with Van Aanholt and Andre Ayew getting the goals. Aston Villa, they won their first Premier League game of the season by beating a poor Everton side 2-0, with both Wesley and El Ghazi scoring. In terms of defence, their defence looked pretty good against Everton. However, that's taking into account Everton's poor attacking form in that game. Also, with Crystal Palace's defence as well, they're missing their 2 crucial centre backs, so they're having to play Kelly and another defender instead. But I think with Aston Villa's poor start of season, despite them winning already, I think I'm going to go with a win for Crystal Palace here. So I'm going to say 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Right, next game is my team, Chelsea versus Sheffield United. Chelsea won their first game of the season under Lampard with a 3-2 win away to Norwich. It was defensively, we were pretty poor in the first half, but after that we managed to stay in the game, and Tammy Abraham scored with 2 goals, a brace, a lovely volley and a strike from outside the box. Sheffield United, they lost 2-1 at home to Leicester City, and their defence wasn't too great and their attack wasn't either. Their manager said in the post-match interview, said, why should the fans be clapping the team when they've all for an effort? And he said that's not good enough. So I think Sheffield United will come out that game stronger, and I think they'll try and give Chelsea a game, but with Chelsea being at home, I don't think it'll be a difficult match. So I'm going to say 3-0 to Chelsea, and we're managing to keep a clean sheet as well. Right, next game, Newcastle versus Watford. Newcastle came up with a shock win against Tottenham at their new White Hart Lane Stadium, whilst Watford suffered a 3-0 defeat. 3-1, sorry. Watford, again, they haven't won a game this Premier League season, sitting currently bottom on 0 points. Newcastle have got there with 3 points. So I think this will probably be a breeze for Steve Bruce's Newcastle side. So I'm going to say 2-1 to Newcastle. Next game, Leicester City versus Bournemouth. Leicester City, as I said, 2-1 winners against Sheffield United away, whilst Bournemouth lost 3-1 to Manchester City despite a stunning free kick from Liverpool loanee Harry Wilson. And my view, I think Leicester City will win this because Bournemouth's defence, they look that up to par against Manchester City, even though they did face the likes of Sterling, Bernardo Silva, Aguero and De Bruyne. But looking at the defence, it wasn't too good, especially the first 2 goals. Aguero's goal, they didn't get tight enough to De Bruyne to even try and take the shot on. And for the third goal, for Aguero's goal, David Silva just dancing through the defence, but they didn't even try to make a tackle. So I think that's going to cost them as well this game. And with Jamie Vardy opening his account for the season last weekend against Sheffield United, I think Leicester are going to go for a win, and I'm going to say 2-0 to Leicester City. Right, the Saturday night football, Burnley versus Liverpool, 5:30 kickoff. Burnley lost during midweek for the Carabao Cup second round, losing 3-1 to Sunderland. They didn't start their full strong starting 11 as they would in the Premier League, and that cost them very dearly. Liverpool, on the other hand, 3-1 victors against Arsenal, but again, they didn't manage to keep a clean sheet. Their defence has been shaky in these first few games, and I think for everyone's fantasy teams as well, they've decided to get rid of that double Liverpool defence. And also with Ashley Barnes with a good goal scoring record so far, 4 in 3 games, I think they will score Burnley, but I don't think they'll win. So I'm going to say a 3-1 win for Liverpool. Right, the next game is the Super Sunday football. We've got Everton versus Wolves. Everton came off the back of a 2-0 defeat to Aston Villa away. And Wolves, they've just completed Europa League qualifying, and they're doing the draw now as we speak. Good on them, good for their manager Nuno, and this is their first time in European football for 39 years. So I think they'll go far in this competition, especially with the squad depth they have. So yeah. Anyway, back onto the Premier League side. Everton, again, their defence didn't look great against Aston Villa, and also midweek against Lincoln City. They conceded 2 goals there. I think Everton's defence is going to cost them, so I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Wolves. Right, the big crunch game this weekend is Arsenal versus Tottenham at Emirates Stadium. Off the back of a 3-1 defeat to Aston Villa, I feel like Arsenal will definitely come out all guns blazing, especially against the North London rivals Tottenham. Tottenham as well, they came off the back of a 1-0 defeat at home to Newcastle. However, with Tottenham already 5 points behind Liverpool on 4, I think that Arsenal can dearly punish them, especially for their defensive errors. Especially with the attack they have Aubameyang, Lacazette and Pepe, who looked a threat against Van Dijk on the weekend. I think Arsenal come out with, I'm going to say a 3-1 win for Arsenal. Right guys, so thank you for watching, and there'll be another one next week, also uploading a second video, just going to be recording it after this one, and that's going to be the Champions League draw. If you're living under a rock yesterday, you'd have known the Champions League draw happened, and I'm going to share my thoughts on that as well. So yeah, I've managed to have time this weekend. Next week, back to school and everything, so I don't know if I have enough time to upload more videos. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and share the video. Comment down below what you think this weekend's Premier League predictions are going to be. So yeah, peace.
My man don't live what he raps, he soon fall off, he gon' run out of substance. Cross that line, we border patrol, ops can't get through customs.